Hey, welcome back. Welcome back here. Thank you for the clicks, likes, shares, the subscribes. Thank you for the coffee. I appreciate it. And let's begin. Let's dive in. Who will learn who, right? From who, about what? Values, about what? Love, money, or things in life? How the life? Who did it you teach, you learn things from life? We're gonna see some this energy as the moon. It's going to be at Taurus. She is gonna be first in the morning. She's gonna be giving this little bit divine energies to Mercury, just to tell you, hey, that's what we're gonna be talking about in there. But she's gonna be getting at these energies because of separations of Chiron. But later on, we're gonna see this 150 degrees aspect as the moon. It's gonna be at the second degree, and she's going to this second degrees of Venus. Now we are talking about the moon. It's where at Taurus. What is in Taurus? Taurus, it is about the first house where we learning about love and values. Okay, Taurus is ruled by Venus. All right, but where is the Venus? Venus right now is in Sag. It is about out there, working with groups, being out, populism, being out in the front of the people, or going and getting into what? Expressions, philosophy, writings, and so on and so on. So with that kind of like a configurations in there, we are going to be looking at through the values about the love. Have we been learning from mom? Now mom is at home. Can you imagine that your mom is at home and all of a sudden, it's like, this is not like that, this is not like that. And it's like, start asking questions. Why is not like this? Why is not like that? And it's like, well, I never learned it. And now the questions go back to mom. Why she's never taught you, right? This kind of like scenarios, this kind of like an energies is going to be coming out because who's going to teaching who, right? Or the daughter learning her own way. Now it's like, things are a little different in there. So you see this energies, and you're going to be, what I am going to do today, what I'm going to learn. You're going to be learning things, the new ways of the values. As we were talking about values, a lot of the people, if you've been watching the reports, you've been following the reports in there. Hi, Gabrielle, and there was somebody else. It's only Ellie. Okay, hi, and thank you. Hi, Link, and thank you, Gabriella. So, what's happening right now with this energies is going to be trigger some things for us. Okay, for some of you, maybe your mom is not going to be there. Maybe another person was fulfilling that role. Okay, maybe you had to fulfill the role of the daughter, right? All that stuff. So all that energy is going to come out very strong at 7 o'clock in the morning because the ascendant is going to be with Venus. And now with these divine energies that we are having it, and particularly with the opposing Uranus, which is sudden changes, it's very kind of like interesting when you change roles, right? In there. So this is going to be an energy between the love and intuition. What is it tells you, how it is. What did you missing? How you gonna fulfilling the gaps, and all this energies and things is gonna be some quite interesting. So pay attention, particularly we are talking about like 1 o'clock. This energy is gonna be some agitated and so on. Okay, so how was my day? My day was pretty good. I'm rebuilding 1887 Spanish house. And I'm so happy to do working on restorations of 1940 bed, right? It's restoring, right? Giving it a new life. Okay, it's very easy to not keeping it, but I love it to do the restorations. It's the same way we are restoring our lives. Okay, you need to restore your life in there, in the spiritual realms and so on. It brings us some values to keep it, right? Some of the things he has to also what let it go. So you have to decide what you want to do, right? So come on, bed made it out of a real wood, not IKEA bed, right? It's worth it to be restored because it's real, okay? It's not this mix mash stuff. All right, so let's go back to astrology, okay? But thanks for asking. Ascendant is going to be with Venus. This is going to be the day it's coming up. I'm going to give you the chart so you guys can see it. So there she is with the ascendant, and the whole energy is piled up in there. The green light. The green light is going into the moon, right? The moon is going to be at the fifth house. What is it, the fifth house? Creations, kids. Uh-huh. Right. And that's what it comes in this energy of mother-daughter. Okay? Just so you guys can understand it. All right, so the inner work is going to be at Virgo, beautiful energy in there, organizing. You're probably going to be working on organizing, put your things together within yourself. Very powerful energies, but you're opposing Saturn and Neptune, and they say, like, you know what? You need to grow, you need to look the love, you need to go see what Jupiter is going to be asking you to go back and redo. Okay, regrow things in the family, right? So it's kind of like a little bit of rough starting up the day like this, but it is what it is, right? In the next hour at 8 o'clock, we're going to see the true Lilith. It's coming out together again with the sun. The authorities again with that truth. It is like, what should I authorizing in there? I need to know the truth, right? You want to know the truth. But what is it, the truth for you? Because the truth for you can be a one thing, the truth can be another thing for another person because you have a different point of views, right? So here is the duality of Sag that it's coming in, and right now it's the authority is like, I don't know what I'm doing, I don't know where I'm going, and I don't know, I just don't know, right? Typical like a Sag, when you get stuck in life, you don't know for what to write, how to write, who should you listen. Let's say, for example, you're a journalist, okay? I'm going to put it that way. You're a journalist, and then you have two different sources of informations, right? So now the one says, this is what happened and so on, and the other says, no, this is what happened, and that is totally different. And you're like, how should I write my article, right? That's how does it look like, this energy. Be mindful about what you're hearing, what you're seeing. All right. Next hour, 9 o'clock, the ascendant is going to be with Mars. Very, very, very good energies with Jupiter. It is about divine growth. It's time for, like, you know what? I'm not going to listen this. I'm not going to listen that. I'm going to be listening to the third choice. I'm going to be listening to divine. I want to see the things that are coming in there. Okay? So, hey, Link. Thank you so much for the comment. Appreciate it. And here is the energies that we are going to be looking through. Is that Mars is looking to this Chiron. He's like, you know what? You may be going to tell yourself, you stop acting like a kid, or you're going to tell other people, hey, you need to stop acting like a kid. It's time to mature. It's time to grow. And this is how we're getting to this masculine personality from boy to a young man, from young man, right, to a real man, right? And then from a man becomes a what? A father. And from the father becomes what? This beautiful philosopher, wizard, magic, wisdom that it comes in. Okay? And this is how the evolution goes. And at some point, whatever your stage is at, You're going to be seeing it, these things that comes into you for the grow in your levels. Okay. Link, you can share it as much as you want. You're free to do that. All right. So the next hour, we're going to be looking what is the public service that we are going to do. What is our work? How do we servicing this? Okay. Do you do things in a proper way? The inner work is going to be at Scorpio. That is going to be trining towards the North Node. As I stated in there, these energies of Scorpio, they are very interesting. They are very tricky. But those energies are particularly on that levels, they have the purpose. Okay. Because you have to go through that stage like, okay, let's go through this dark moments and let's discover the light. Okay. In the Bible, they say the road to the paradise, it goes through hell. That's how it goes. But then you go into that paradise and then you are talking about anything and everything. And that's what the Sag energy is about. All right, talking about these energies, then the next hour, this is going to be at 11 o'clock. Ascendant, it's still going to be at Capricorn, at the end of Capricorn, very close to Pluto's coming out of the horizon. Beautiful trines in there, beautiful with Uranus, beautiful sextiles with Venus, the inner work, the Lilith, beautiful sextiles with Saturn, with Neptune. It's just tip of that beautiful kite, but the benefit is Jupiter. All that energy is going to comes out to Jupiter. Jupiter is going to say, okay, I bring this energy to show you the new things, to show you your potentials, but guess what? I'm going to send you back to remove some of this stuff in there, to remove some of these things that are preventing you to grow. Okay? Imagine this is like Jupiter who takes all the weeds out, right? It takes all the stuff that it can, so your harvest to be okay. And that's what Jupiter it does in there. Link, I'm alive every single day, pretty much, unless there is some issues. All right. 12 o'clock, that is the hour of the authority. The inner work is going to be connecting with the sun. The ascendant is going to be at Aquarius in there. We're going to see some challenges with Mercury, right? But it is about these communications. What are you going to tell? How are you going to tell? Let's do this, let's do that. Yeah, right's not the time for this revolution for evolution for some. You need to know if you're going for something, where you going in there. Okay? So right now the authority is like, I'm just gonna chill. Okay? There are some people who's not gonna chill. We're gonna see those, but these expressions are not that very well right now as we are seeing it worldwide. Okay, so in the next hour, this is that 1 o'clock. This is that intensity. Hi, Jolene. Thank you for coming. Glad to see you again here. Here is what we are talking about. Okay? Be mindful about this. There's going to be a lot of duality, a lot of intensity, a lot of red, but there is also a lot of blue, right? If you put the love and the value, if you put these energies that it's going to be there, if you're removing the restrictions, that energy is going to be leading you to grow, to Jupiter, okay? But if you just focus on these fights here, which is that's going to be what? It's going to be the true Lilith, that's going to be the Sun, that's going to be Mars, that's going to be the inner work, and they're going to be focused towards the North Node, towards the Ascendant, towards Saturn, towards Neptune, and you're like, oh my God, I see these things coming. They haven't come yet, but you see them. What are you going to do with this? Okay? And this is going to leading to a lot of pitfalls, a lot of intensity of premature actions. And we're going to see a similar energies later on today. All right. 2 o'clock, this is going to be some very calm down, in a way, energies. Ascendant is going to be at the end of Aries in there. The moon, it still is gonna be coming up. She doesn't have any more the divine energies with Venus. It is about that. Okay, I have to see what needs to be changed. And now you see your heart thinks you don't want to change. Why? The moon begins to square Pluto. Lack of these changes, right? And that with that squaring Pluto in there with those energies, it's more easier to change a child than a grown-up adult. So now the intuition is like, okay, I missed this, I missed that, I need to put the things together. I have to put the ground stuff in me. Where I put the ground, right? What is it? What is a Taurus? I have to make money. I gotta have some roof over my head. I have to make sure that I'm gonna be provided and I'm gonna be securing the things that I need. How you learn all this though? As a child, right? The three little pigs story, right? And that's what is about this in there. Okay, so with this energies as we are going to be coming in, what you are going to prepare yourself for this. And now the moon, it's looking to who? It's going to be looking to the inner work. The moon, it's trining the inner work that it's at Capricorn. What is a Capricorn? Your profession. What do you do in there? Okay. Hi, Dark. Thank you for coming in. And now we're going to see some challenges on the next hour. Those challenges, this is a 3 o'clock. We're going to see some that the inner work is going to be at Capricorn. The ascendant is going to be very close to Uranus. And there's going to be some this intensity that it's coming. Okay. What do you have? Oh, well, I've done this before, but I was with this and things didn't happen. I did like this before, and have you done it right? Did you keep making a houses out in the sand so when the water comes out takes your house, or are you gonna be learning to build a house with bricks, right? And this is what Uranus is going back, and it says like rethink how you build your house, rethink what you're doing. I think how the things is going to be coming in, because the moon and Uranus, they are going to meet. Okay, they are going to meet. All right. The next hour we are going to have some. That's going to be at 4 o'clock. The inner work is going to be at Aquarius. Things is going to be a little bit more calm down, but a lot of duality since the ascendant is going to be at Gemini, opposing Mars. Okay. And these energies right there, particularly with the North Node, that is one of the, you're like, you know what, I'm not doing this thing again. I'm not doing any of these situations again. I'm not going to build another house. I've been there, done that. So you're acting on the what? On the form of the fears. And now, the moon, it's coming in, and it's like, I cannot change. Why cannot change? Why cannot get another shot? Right? Why did there certain things come into your life like the waves of the ocean? Because you have to accept them. You have to learn them. You have to understand them. And then you evolve. And when the next time that comes in, you already know what to do. That's what the repeating cycles have that purpose. All right, the next hour that is going to be at 5 o'clock. The inner work is going to be at the end of Aquarius. The ascendant is still going to be at Gemini. That's going to be some divine energies in there from Venus and Pluto. So if you have anything in the end of Gemini, beginning of Cancer, that is a harm socializing and putting into home, right? Very critical for some people to understand that portions. You have this kitchen psychology over a coffee about your relationship, and now talking about the Gemini energies, and now you go back at home and you dumping everything because the person who you had the kitchen psychology with it, they think that you are in exactly the same situations with exactly the same things that they have, but it's not. It's different. Okay, so you got to be very mindful about all this energies, all those things that is going to be coming in because what? We have to go forward. We have to learn. We have to get into this North Node. And the next hour, the ascendant, this is going to be at 6 p.m. The ascendant is at Cancer. A lot of good things happens in the family, but that is squaring what? It's squaring the true Lilith. Now, this energies of squaring Lilith and the Sun, it is about the authority. I don't want to go forward. I don't want to mature. I wasn't raised that, therefore, I don't know it. Right? And Jupiter says, just because you are not raised properly doesn't mean you cannot fix yourself. Jupiter at what? At Cancer, retrograde. Let's go back, see these family values, right? All right, 7 o'clock. This is gonna be some the energy of the midheaven that's gonna be in the Pisces at the end. At the end is what? Every end brings what? A new beginning, a new opportunity. Okay, but is that is a like I'm gonna dump everything out and I'm gonna start everything fresh, new. I'm gonna move to a new town and I'm gonna get it and I'm gonna move and so on and life's gonna be beautiful. No, that is a different. You're ending one cycle and you getting to the new cycle to evolve even more. It's a spiral. For some people, it's a spiral and they evolve and they goes up and up. But see, in the spiral, because it's like a cone, the thing's getting little. Okay, they're high, but they're getting little. They're not doing it much, right? But the people who has not done, all that is in a one big circle, and so as to the people, what do? They're going around and around and around, and they cannot go up. Your job is to go up. Your job is to understanding that these cycles, they have what? Evolution from within you. All right, the next hour, this is going to be the ascendant. It's going to be at Leo. The inner work is going to be at Aries. Overall, the energy is going to be a very good. It's about emotions. It's about the things that getting into yourself on this inspirational fire. Okay, we have a very beautiful trine between the inner work ascendant and the sun. When the things doesn't go well, and sometimes they will, right? What do you have to do? Pump up yourself. Talk to yourself. Go face yourself in the mirror. Go see how you look. Do you like your look? So you're going to see a lot of these learnings that it's going to be coming in. All right, with all these things right now, the ascendant is going to be trining Venus, and Venus is sextiling Pluto. Now, Pluto is going to be the mediator within the oppositions with the universe. It's like, okay, I can hear you. I can see that this thing is needed for transformations. I'm going to pass the informations to Uranus. Uranus is going to shift the changes. He's retrograde. I'm just here. I'm responsible for your transformation, to the changes, to the growth, to the beautiful times of the age of Aquarius. Okay? The new creations in there. All right. This is gonna be at 9 o'clock. The ascendant is gonna be at Leo still. It's gonna be some divine energies with the North Node. Finally, this time when you're like, okay, I did this bad thing, that bad thing, because I want so many things. I need the attentions and so on. And what had happened to me in the end? I didn't get what I want. I have to go into my destiny. I cannot keep doing these things of what I create from within myself and how I created myself to continue to be doing this because I cannot go in there. This is going to be this internal self checkup. Okay, when you do this deep realizations. Now the ascendant is very beautiful with Mars and the Sun. It's continued this firing energy. Now you're on the fire to understand your own problems. Yes, you're still gonna have some problem with intuition and Mercury, the Moon. It's gonna be moving forward. We're gonna see it tomorrow morning that the Moon is gonna be opposing Mercury, and now the communications is gonna be some not in a good thing, particularly if you have things about money. Talking about that, at 10 o'clock, you're going to be coming up something. It's going to comes up energy. It's going to comes up a phone call, or it's like, you know what? Hey, I need my money, or you owe money, and they're like, you know what? Christmas coming. Come on, you got to do something, right? And all that energy is going to be start coming up because guess what? This is a Taurus Scorpio's energy. And so now, since the ascendant is still going to be at Leo, it squares all those energies in a way. And now you're going to be feeling this intensity down below. It's like, what happened? All right? And here is the lessons of those values. Where did you learn those values? Or what values did you not learn? Did you pass the values to who? Did you got values from who? Right? And here is the same thing about finances, it's the same thing of psychology, it's the same thing. Are you acting as a human? And all the rest of the things that you have to do as a daily stuff, right? Chores, activities, works, right? Everything. Okay? So for everyone, it's going to be a little different, but overall, it's going to be some trigger. Talking about this trigger at 11 o'clock, the inner work is going to be with Uranus, sudden changes on an order. And with those changes, they are going to be ruled with Neptune and Saturn. Okay? And they are going to be looking to who? They're going to be looking to Mercury, to Lilith, and Venus. Right? Now let's see how you're going to talk. Now let's see how the thing is going to be. And now the moon, it has the divine energies with the sun. You're realizing the power of the connections between intuition and authority within yourself as an archetype. Okay? Because when your intuition is right dead on spot, right? But your authority disagrees with it, you did not listen what intuition told you until you messed it up, right? It's the same thing where the authority says, hey, that's how the things are. We have to do it this way. And the intuition is like, no, I don't like this. I don't like this. I'm just dropping everything out. I'm just going to make some more mess, right? Now they both understand. They got to have this communications. Okay? We're going to see it. What those communications will be. And we're going to talk about this tomorrow. Because that's what it was, the astrogravitational report for today. And now I'm going to be giving you the what we're going to see some 7 o'clock in the morning. I already give you a little bit of heads up. But we're going to see this, particularly at 6 o'clock. If you wake up at 6 o'clock, you're going to feel this energy because at 6 o'clock in the morning, Mercury is going to be right on the ascendant. But at 7 o'clock, the moon is beginning to opposing Mercury. She's going to be at the 17 degrees in there. Later on throughout the day, she's going to be also opposing Lilith. That's going to be another story. And then sudden change is going to be hopefully not in a dark side situations with all this, because this is going to be some intensity. Venus, Lilith, and Mercury opposing Moon and Uranus. Oof. This is going to be a lot of internal fights in there, okay? But that is what's going to be coming in tomorrow. But for that, come back here, and we're going to be getting it, explaining this to you. All right, guys. Thank you so much for the clicks, the likes, the shares, the subscribes. Thank you for the energies exchange of buying me a coffee. And come back tomorrow for another astro gravitation oracle, guys. Much love and a good luck.